Hi, my name's Kelly Gilson, and I'm the Executive Director of United Way Oxford. I invite you to join us on our new Let's Talk Local Oxford series. We'll share everything about United Way Oxford, our work, our partners, our investments, and how everything we do is designed to create positive social change right here at home in Oxford County. Not only do we want to share, but we hope to inspire you to join in our efforts and learn ways in which you too can show your local love. So, let's talk local, Oxford.
Woodstock Libro Credit Union is the proud sponsor of Let's Talk Local Oxford.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Local, Oxford. Again, my deepest appreciation to Libro Credit Union. They've been wonderful partners and they're sponsoring this podcast, and we are so grateful for their help in getting our word out to community about what the work and the impact of United Way Oxford. So on our last episode, we were pleased to have Amanda Krager, our Resource Development Manager, join us for the second time, I believe, and we discussed the power of individual giving and how those that choose to make a donation to our United Way are really helping to create the positive change across our county. And we talked about people from, again, across Oxford doing a little bit, but that little bit joins together, and the important factor that the local decisions are made by local individuals impacting local people. And so when we say 100% local, we really mean that. So thank you, of course, to all of our individual donors, and thank you to Amanda for sharing information on that. Today is a little bit of a segue from there, and we're going to discuss the impact of special events and the power of bringing people together for a common goal and a fun experience, and the opportunity to create ripples of awareness as well as raise funds, of course, across our community. And so we have a super fun guest with us. It is my pleasure to introduce Denise Vyse, and Denise has been a long-standing volunteer with United Way Oxford, as well as other organizations in our community. And I'm going to allow her to do a better job introducing herself. But what I can say is Denise is someone who walks the walk and talks the talk, and has been so involved with us and all of our experiences here at United Way. And she has attended or been a part of or helped to plan so many events for us and through our workplaces. And so she's going to share a little bit of her perspective from that special event lens. So Denise, welcome to Let's Talk Local, Oxford.
Well, thank you very much. That was lovely.
Well, you deserve that. So, before we kind of get to the special event part, maybe you could just take a couple of minutes and give a little bit of an overview of maybe your volunteer and sponsored employee experience, just to set the stage so people really understand your deep connection here.
I have been a volunteer in many places for many years. Most recently, I just retired from being a big sister, which I was involved with Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Oxford County for 28 years. And I've been involved in a lot of community events around Ingersoll area. And I have been involved with United Way since I think it was 2014. I was a sponsor employee with GM Cami Ingersoll at Unifor Local 88.
And so I know in a future podcast we will probably talk a little more about what a sponsored employee is and what that program looks like, but it is really an amazing opportunity that we are blessed to have a sponsored employee join us year after year to come and lend a helping hand for 4 months and to just be immersed as part of our team. And when you were with us, you were fully immersed and a really amazing part of our team.
It was an amazing experience. I loved it.
Well, that's great. So thank you for joining us today. And we want to talk a little bit, often when people think about fundraising or special events in particular, I guess, they think about fundraising. And that's true. Many, if not most, special events, there is a monetary component. I mean, organizations, nonprofits do special events so that they can have the funds available to do the work that they do. But there's more to a special event as well. It's about bringing people together. It's about education and awareness and really creating a community, maybe.
Most definitely.
And so I'm gonna ask about your experience and perspective to one special event that I know is really near and dear to your heart, and that's Tampon Tuesday.
I love Tampon Tuesday.
I know. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about, well, Tampon Tuesday, but then why it really matters to you and how you've just sort of snowballed that in your own world.
I love Tampon Tuesday because, well, for one, my family is a very giving and generous family, and we all get together to go to Tampon Tuesday and donate tampons to our community. I've been pretty blessed. My life has been pretty good, not without its problems and issues, but I just think that every person in the world deserves to have what they need to have. And if it's just a tampon that's holding a woman back from going somewhere, from doing something, why can't we just get tampons for women? Why can't they have them?
We need to end period poverty is what they say.
Exactly. Yeah. And my family's all rallied around that. We just believe that women have the power, and women have the future ahead of us that we can push through. And
Absolutely. And so what I love about Tampon Tuesday, and we had really just launched, I think we maybe had 2 or 3 before COVID hit, where we had networking events and we had women coming together, women and men. I mean, it's certainly not just a women only event. I mean, we had all kinds of people who wanted to support, who wanted to lend a hand, to come together, to have a chat, to have conversation, to have a little fun, to have a drink and a nibble and all of those things. And then through COVID, we had to regroup, and it was more drive-through, and it was a little less engaging, but the response from the community was still fantastic, with people of all ages, kind of driving through and dropping off lots of different things. But when we think back to and now think forward, not just back but forward, to coming together as community, Tampon Tuesday, which is also very similar to some of the other events where we really want people to network together and to get to know each other, it really creates this wonderful feeling of buzz and empowerment and fun, doesn't it?
it really does. I remember the last Tampon Tuesday that we had, I put it on my social media, and people were coming up to me at work and giving me money for Tampon Tuesday. And at the event, on the day of, I was out in the freezing cold, and most of the people that came, a lot of the people that came said, I forgot, I saw it on your Instagram, and I'm coming to bring you tampons. I knew a lot of the people, and they did it because of my social media, and I'm very proud of them for getting out there in that cold weather and donating, because they really care. And I love seeing that the people care.
People do care, and I mean that's what we are. That's what United Way is all about: caring to make a difference, right? That's how we show our local love, and I think that speaks volumes to our community here in Oxford, and people want to make a difference in the lives of their friends, their neighbors, their coworkers, etc. I just want to kind of segue really briefly. You said something about your social media and your Instagram account, and I'm jealous because I'm somewhat useless, but that aside, that's a great example of how someone can take some personal ownership and responsibility and really make the world of difference, right? Because you have reached that maybe we don't have reach to.
Mm-hmm. I found it surprising when I was helping with Tampon Tuesday, the people that saw it on my Facebook at work that came to me and said, Denise, I have some money for you. One guy, it was one of my very good friends, a single man, the last person I expected gave me $40. I never would have thought. but he saw it on my Facebook and said, I want to donate. Women don't need to be able to do without tampons. And I was shocked.
That's
He
just
got,
amazing.
he got cupcakes. I gave him cupcakes.
They don't call her the cupcake lady for nothing. But you know, that's just to finish up the Tampon Tuesday special event piece. I just want to say that from a United Way Oxford perspective, once we gather and collect product from across our county, and we are also really fortunate to have a great partnership with Shoppers Drug Marts. We spread the wealth. We make sure that organizations of all different sizes and types who could indeed use product to help women and youth throughout the county get product. So we then have volunteers and we drive product around, or organizations come pick it up. So we have grown that event to be really quite successful. And so if I could segue, you know, just the last piece I'd say about the special event and the social media piece in particular, because we have supplies for students going on right now. We have a young woman in our community, Mackenzie, who for many years now, since she was quite a young child, has been collecting donations for some Oxford supplies for students as her birthday wish, and then contributing to help other students. And so again, the power that an individual can have through their own network, through their families, their friends, it's amazing how a little bit can go so far and make a tremendous impact to help others. Yeah. Both in terms of the fundraising piece, but also the awareness piece. Mm-hmm. So both sides. So another thing that happens regularly in our world would be workplace special events, because we know that, again, there's more to a special event than just fundraising, or at least there's an equal amount that you can fundraise. And so from a workplace or from your time as a sponsored employee, you did a whole lot of workplace special events. You attended a lot, didn't you?
I had so much fun attending those. From the coffee carts that they had at Woodstock Hospital, so fun. And everyone was excited to see us when we walked around to sell them coffee and treats, to the sleepover barbecue at Holy Family, and all the little kids coming up because I had seen them at an event just before that, and they said, you told us to come and say hi, so we're coming to say hi. And all the little kids and all the parents wanting the kids to know the gift of giving and that people care. And even at my own, at GM Cami, the events we used to hold, there was a dunk tank at one point.
I remember the dunk tank.
Barbecues and the raffles that we've had. Yeah, so many fun events. Barbecues out in the community. The speeches that the companies would allow their employees to come and hear about why donate to United Way. I just love that people want to hear them.
And one of the things that we know here at United Way is how to flip a mean burger. Because over the years,
Yes.
we have been to many barbecues. Don't tell my husband that, though, because I choose not to know how to do that at home. But because a lot of workplaces will indeed use it as an employee engagement or an employee thank you or team building, and we get to bring sometimes speakers or individuals to talk about the message. So again, it's that it's a fundraiser, but there's so much more.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Another kind of fundraiser that happens across our community for us, and we're very, very fortunate, are what we would call third-party fundraisers. So organizations, companies, perhaps, that want to do something on their own, but to benefit the community. And so in this past year, the two that immediately come to mind were Little Caesars, and it was the Little Caesars in Woodstock and Ingersoll, and they did an amazing crazy bread promo with proceeds coming to United Way for, I think it was the month of March, which was super generous and a great opportunity to, again, raise funds and raise awareness. And then we had the Upper Thames Brewing Company do a local love beer. And I think we can all say that that was lots of fun.
Absolutely. I bought a lot of that beer and gave it to my friends as they came over, and they loved it. They thought it was the coolest thing.
It really was. It almost made us feel like we were like famous, right? Because not only was it great beer for people who love beer, but it was also that they designed the can and labeled it all to be all about United Way Oxford and showing your local love, which is the thing that we talk about. Another tremendous third-party fundraiser that we are so incredibly fortunate and blessed to have are the Smile Cookies to many of the Tim Hortons here in Oxford County, in Woodstock and in Ingersoll. And the Smile Cookie campaign every September is out of this world, and people are so generous and really get involved, and we are a recipient of half of those dollars ourselves in Sacra House. So another great way to make a difference, and how a company can really support community that way. So there's a gazillion ways for companies, big and small, to be creative, to look for unique ways to make a difference. And another thing, Denise, about events, I'm going to now move over to say some of our kickoff events, and things might change from year to year. But we, through Kickoff or even through our Women United, we've done a number of special events where we've actually harnessed the energy and the power of the people that are there at the event to put together kits. And you've been involved in some of those.
I have, yeah.
And so what's that experience like?
It was so much fun because everybody, I've said it before, everyone wants to help and everyone wants to do something. And to put these kits together, it also shows people that some people just don't have toothpaste and a toothbrush. It shows people, it's one thing saying it, and it's another thing for people seeing what goes into it. And it's the awareness and just having fun going through the line and putting everything in the little kits. Mm-hmm. And like I said, just seeing there's some people in our community that don't have these simple little things.
And you're right, it is fun. I mean, when we do these, we try and set them up in like a big assembly line. And so we've done a number of different kits through the years. I think one that's particularly impactful and really resonates with folks is our Welcome Home baskets, which are laundry baskets filled with the things you would need if you were moving into an apartment, independent living, and if you were moving in with virtually nothing to start with, right? So I mean, we, as you said, it's toothbrush and toothpaste, but it's, salt and pepper, and it's dishes, and I'm trying to think what else is in there. Pillow.
Yeah. Essential things to start your life in your new apartment. Towels and the things that are pricey to buy that you need, but maybe you can't afford right away.
Mm-hmm. So we're also blessed. Again, we have a wonderful partnership with Giant Tiger, and they've been really, really helpful with those kids. But it does make the difference. Like, it gives people enough that they need to get started. And it can help make their new home truly a home. And on the fundraising side, people see the direct impact of some of their investments and get to actually, like, hands-on, do some work to make a difference.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And I think over the years, another time, sometimes with our Day of Caring, it's also a special event that we do where we match workplace volunteers in particular, and we do special deeds across the community with nonprofits and charities that really need tasks done. So it's a good deed day is really what it is. And one of the aha moments when we have volunteers that are maybe sorting shelves at food banks or sorting out clothes donations or things like that, are those aha moments when you realize I'll never donate to a food bank the same way again, or I'll be more intentional.
That is so true. And the one thing that I really like is the grocery stores around town. Is it a couple times a year, the Salvation Army stands at the grocery store and gives you a list of what things that they could use, whether it's peanut butter or baby products or rice, whatever it is. I love that because I did pack grocery the food baskets
Right.
at the Salvation Army, and I saw that they need cereal, they need peanut butter. So I definitely shop more intentionally.
So I think that's another example of how they are special events and there's fundraising components. Absolutely. I don't want to diminish that part, but it's more than, and it's really about education and awareness and building empathy and understanding and then being able to share that out. And so I think that we have touched on a really nice cross section of some of our own special events here at United Way, some of our amazing workplace campaign special events, and third party. I guess, is there anything else you would like to add about your experience with special events, Denise? And then maybe we'll tell people how they can get involved.
For me, just being involved in the special events is it's just a fun day out, and you don't feel like you're doing a task. It's more of getting together in the community spirit and having some fun. And maybe I can't necessarily afford to donate some money, but I sure can afford to donate my time to do some gardening for some organization, or it's just collect tampons instead. Maybe I can't donate them, but I can collect them. Just there's so many ways to give without money.
You know what, that is the great way to sort of wrap this up, because I think at the end of the day it really is all about, there are so many ways to show your local love, and there is a way for everyone, regardless of your age and your situation. We can all make a difference. We say all the time here that we are part of a village, and it takes a village, and that is really an important part of it. And so whether they're our special events or community-wide special events, all of these things really matter. And volunteerism is such a key component to United Way Oxford, but also to every organization we work with and all of the other organizations in our community, big and small. Volunteers are really the heartbeat of a community. And as I say, there is something for everyone. So if anyone is listening and is interested in learning more about a variety of special event opportunities, or wants to brainstorm what they might be able to do on their own, from a lemonade stand all the way to a new workplace campaign, I encourage people to call our office. We love to have a conversation. We are happy to try and brainstorm and to help point people where they might need to go if that needs different eyes and different ideas. But there is a role, and we can facilitate not only for our own events, but also we're very connected to other things that are happening in the community, and we can help facilitate people to where they need to go. So I encourage people to reach out if they want to have that conversation, or look and pay attention on our social medias. We not only promote our own special events and what those opportunities are, but we are very, very intentional to try and promote the special events of others, and those opportunities, again, to build awareness and that sense of community. So lots of opportunities for anyone who's looking, and the need is there always. And so if you can do a little bit, we welcome to have you. So Denise, thank you so much for joining us today. And not only just thank you for joining us today, but thank you for all you do. And just a little sort of side note, Denise is also a fairly recent United Way Oxford West McGill Award recipient. So that's our highest honor of that we can give out, and it's so well deserved. So we're always thrilled to have you around and to have you as a helping partner. So thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I just love helping my community, and I love people, and I am happy to do everything that I do.
And boy, does that show. So that shows that's your local love. That's showing your local love right there. So please join us for our next episode, where we are going to have two guests. We're doubling up next time. We're going to be talking to our new campaign chair, Brad Jansen. So really, really excited by that. And our past campaign chair for the last 2 years, Marcy Shelton, who had, of course, 2 COVID years as our campaign chair. So really challenging, but boy, did she come through in spades. And so we're excited to have both of them join us talking about this upcoming campaign and all kinds of things that are very fundraising specific for United Way Oxford. So thank you to both of them. We look forward to that. If anyone has any questions, comments, or suggestions, please email Mike at unitedwayoxford.ca. He would love to hear and then relay so that we can build and enhance this podcast for your pleasure. And finally, thank you to Libro Credit Union once again for their support. Great community partner, and we are so happy to have them on board. And for everyone listening, thank you for joining us. It is really all about you and sharing. And we hope to see you next time on Let's Talk Local Oxford. Take care. Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Local Oxford. If you would like to learn more about United Way Oxford, our work, our engagement, our volunteer opportunities, our partners, or to even make a donation, please visit unitedwayoxford.ca or call our office. We love to chat, and we really love visitors too. If, however, you find yourself needing a hand to locate a program or a service, please call 211, our information and referral service. They're there to connect you to local supports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Remember, 211, they are there to help. Until next time, join with us by showing your local love. We all could use a little more of that. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Local Oxford, proudly sponsored by Woodstock Libro Credit Union.